Okay, hello once again. This is Mark. My name is Mark, and today we're having a discussion on how the media has impacted the sports and what we should do more to make the sports more popular. With me today is Cindy Walucho, Pasi Kalela, and Susan Mwangi. I'll let them introduce themselves by saying hi.
Hi guys, I'm Cynthia Walucho.
Hi, I'm Susan Wafula, not Susan Mwangi, point of
Okay,
correction.
sorry for that.
Yes. And thanks for inviting us on the show.
It's not a show, really. It's just a discussion group.
Our Buddha.
Hi guys.
So, go ahead, Pasi.
Okay.
So lazima English uko comfortable nayo, ongea.
Mbona mnaongea vibaya? Unataka kusema watu wanakaa Mombasa wajue kizungu ama nini?
Si hapana, si sasa tumengoja ongee.
Si nilikuwa nangoja sio malizi.
Sawa.
Hi guys, my name is Pascal Kalela and I'm glad I'm on this show. So, Mark, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Pasi. Okay, as I said earlier, our topics of discussion are what the media has done for the sport and what we can do more to make the sport even more popular. Locally, I mean. So who wants to start with? Wants to go ahead and give us a started?
Yeah, I think I can start. We've all realized in the past few seasons in the KHU leagues, there is increment of teams. More teams are joining the leagues. We've realized the competition is going on to be stiffer every other time. Teams are fighting for promotion. Some are fighting not to be relegated, going to the lower leagues. Since they introduced the Super League, it's been an interesting one. Every other time, teams joining. You've seen teams coming in from. We have teams now from Bungoma. We have this season like teams from Kitale, teams from West Pokot. We have new teams in Nairobi as well, like Nairobi Chapel. You see, more teams are getting interested in the sport. As you transition from high school to higher education, in high school, it's like most schools have hockey, not really countrywide, but let's talk of places like Western and Rift Valley and Central. These are areas where you see hockey has been there for a long time. So you see most schools are competing in the sport at high school level. So when you transition from that region of after high school to higher education, teams, most players have to join. Like if you join a college and there is no hockey in college, they have to look for a club. That's where clubs are having more registration of members. New clubs are being formed. You see, so that shows that the sport is growing, and also the hyping of the sport. When you post regularly, when you invite friends to your game. Like for myself, I played for KU Titans, and now I'm playing for DFG Wolverines. And you see, it's a new team, DFG Wolverines. This is third season. So since it was formed just the other day, you see, we are a lot of us right now. We are over 20 registered players, over 25 registered players, and it's a new team. So you can imagine where these 25 players plus would have been playing if it weren't for a formation of a new team. You see, so that's the reason I see the sport is growing. More people are joining the sport. We are incorporating those high school leavers We are incorporating those in university who don't have places to play. And to my take, that's it. I see it's growing.
Thank you for your take. Anybody else? Cindy?
Okay. I believe the sport is growing, and I think it's because of a bit of popularity. Because initially, you'll notice there wasn't much in the media about hockey and stuff. But if you see now, compared to like 2 years ago, 3 years, there is a big difference, and there is a change in how the sport is run. And I think people are enjoying the sport more, and there is more fan base rather than like 2 years ago. So the sport is growing.
Thank you. Okay, let's talk about social media and the posts we see on social media, because social media is the most accessible form of media right now, and it's widespread. So anybody anywhere in the world can see what's going on in Kenyan hockey. Yeah.
Maybe Pascal.
Okay, I think first of all, when mentioning about media encompasses everything from magazines, we go to television, maybe radio, and social media, as you said, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Basically, I will say, if we look at media in that aspect, you'll notice that these days, when you read maybe an online magazine, for example, like the Star I've seen for some time, they have reported a lot of hockey news. You every time you go maybe into the magazine, you see there's something about hockey. Then also they have their Facebook pages active. Like on during the weekend, you may notice that these guys have real news. Most media houses have adopted that, but most importantly, Facebook and Twitter. Most of the news first when the games are being played, Twitter is like real time, same as Facebook. You can just easily access it as for with a phone. You don't even really need to go maybe to use a computer or something. When you look at in terms of magazines, maybe when you get the news is after one day or something. But for social media, we can say it has brought that aspect of real-time news. For example, you want to know which game is on Sunday. Maybe you are bored at home. You can just as easily go as into Twitter. You'll find most websites have posted the fixtures. We have these days. We also have apps that can give you the exact time of the match, so you can still do your things and keep in mind that at a certain point you can access a certain game. So when basically Facebook, like most guys have relied on Facebook to relay news about matches. So basically, me, like in the end of the day, I just need to go to a Facebook page and know if today this team was playing against this team, and we get the news. So basically, we can say from time to time, guys are able to understand, because if, for example, when it comes to Facebook or Twitter, when I share a tweet, someone who didn't know that there are hockey games being played, most of us, depending on where you come from, you may notice maybe you played hockey in high school, then now you have gone to a certain city to live in. Maybe let's take, for example, personally, I schooled in Nyeri, then worked for some time in Nairobi. But in Nairobi, I knew where most clubs train. I knew where KCA trains, Wazalendo where it trains. But I didn't know, when I came back to Mombasa, since high school, we used to know that only maybe like the sports club where they play, because it's something, But you don't even know about other clubs. When you come here, you see, maybe I'm living in North Coast. I don't know where I need to train. So I just stay. But maybe during one of these these days you go through Facebook, because I believe most of us guys who play hockey, you'll notice that you have friends who play for certain clubs. So maybe you find someone sharing that they are in Mombasa, but they are from Nairobi, they have come to play hockey, maybe against Vita. But you never knew that there's such a club like Mombasa West, for example. You didn't know about it. Then maybe you find someone saying he's coming for a tournament. Then so there are some pitches that there are some clubs that really play hockey. Then from the Facebook page, you can get to know about a certain team. Then maybe you follow it up, you get to know. But I think maybe more has not been done in social media, but it's us guys. Whenever there is a game, you just share with others, then maybe they can know. But I think it's really impacted. The social media is, I think, a big tool. If we want to use it to gain popularity, to make hockey more popular, I think it's the best way.
Thank you, Percy. Just when you talked about media, I was thinking about websites. How many clubs have websites, and what content is posted on their websites? Who has visited a hockey website anytime recently?
Not me.
Okay. Basically, I can say, our website is such a long shot, but you can say, most of these platforms, like a website, for example, personally, most of the times that I've visited the HockeyKE website is when you see, when a post is shared on Facebook, this game is going on at this time. Then you get curious. Mostly the website will also provide the hockey, the Facebook page will also provide a link to
A
the
link,
website.
yeah.
Then by default, you'll find yourself going to the website and see, so you saw maybe like at 3 p.m. there's a game being played. Then you go to the website, you will notice that, actually there's another game at 2. But because you are affiliated maybe to a certain group, like for example, I can give an example of, like, maybe you like watching Butali games, for example. So every time you go to their like Facebook page, I've seen a number of clubs actually embracing the social media, but they only have Facebook pages and maybe Instagram pages. But websites, clubs, I can't tell how many, but I think it's a good idea now that guys are coming up with websites. Like as I said initially, we have a HockeyKE website also with a full app. So you can just go to the website or the app and get to know about the games. But now you'll notice, for example, if you are maybe in this region, for example, Coast region, and you are following maybe only 2 clubs, for example. Maybe the biggest club is like Mvita and Mombasa Sports Club. So when you check their pages, when they don't have games, it's like you don't have anything to watch, because I don't think they'll just go to their page and post, today is MMU versus KU. Why would they do that? But you see, when it comes to a website, our website covers a big spectrum. Maybe let me say like a large number, because if you don't have content in our website, it's
dead.
It's dead anyway. You see.
Yeah.
So if we had like more clubs embracing the digital way and having some websites more, and maybe, but personally, I don't know a club with a website. Maybe you guys tell me.
Okay, personally, I can say that from my end, Wazalendo has a website. It has had a website for like the past 10 years or 7 years, and it's active. But I think most teams and most people would access the sport through social media. And when Percy was talking, I had the idea of maybe it's time the matches go live. But before that, we'd have to have an archive of matches that people can access. Like unakumbuka zile enzi za kwenda kununua movie or current movie. Yeah, we have something like that, but for sports, where you can go online, pick a segment, pick a team, and watch their videos. Yeah, just to support the sport.
Yeah. That could work. But also that you have to pull together resources to make that happen. It will
Yeah, it's
definitely increase the number of people interested in the sport as well. While at home just bored, maybe you have nothing to do, but you've been thinking about this sport. I've heard about it. My friend plays for a certain team, but I don't even know the rules of the sport. So you just click on a specific match. Maybe you check up outside. You decide, let me click on this, try and watch how it's played, how competitive it is, how interesting it made her or him to decide to play hockey. That could work, yeah. But it's something we should actually look into. Yes,
it's a long shot.
it's not quite a long shot, but it's
It's
definitely worth.
possible.
Yeah, it's worth an effort.
Okay.
But you see, as at now, hockey fans are hockey players. So 90% of them will watch almost all the matches, especially the Premier League matches. Getting someone to watch a match and later maybe you say buy a CD to watch the match again. Really, maybe
The-
as the sport grows, maybe it gets to attract more people. Like you see, anyone would watch soccer because it's a popular sport. But hockey for now is hockey fans are hockey players. So
No, but I was saying that because at home, my dad is a coach. We have discs of games, Australia,
Yeah,
versus New
that's what I
Zealand.
wanted to say. Like during this COVID-19 era, we've
Yeah,
been
you
stuck
can
in the
watch all
house
those
for so
games and
long. We've watched like all the hockey matches that have been on the FIH live page. There
yeah,
has
the Pro
like
League,
yes, yes.
all of them.
You haven't been watching? What have you been watching? Those
The Pro
it's
League was
your dad's
stopped. I've
sport.
been watching Pro League, but the Pro League stopped
No,
airing
I know it's stopped. What I'm saying is the recorded matches. The recorded matches are still there on that page. So we've been watching those. If we can have also Kenyan matches on our, like, say
on,
the
on on a platform
internet,
like the
or
the,
yeah,
the FIH.
not on FIH.
Now, like
Just
FIH, where
watch.
people can access them even on a later date. Just people like to see what's happening in the sport. Who are the key players? Who are the star players? What are the best goalkeeping moves? What are the best coaching moves? What are the best formation to play with? You know,
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that will actually help even the teams to prepare when you are going to play against, say for our case, say we are going to face Cindy's team, Amira's. Now we study the way Amira play from those archive
yes,
videos. We
yes,
can as well prepare. We know Cindy is very good at defensive, so we make sure wherever she is, the ball goes the other way.
yeah, yeah.
That would really help, yes.
For like it's to analyze the game
Yes, for
prior.
analysis purposes, yes.
Yeah. Cindy, you have something to say? She mentioned your team.
oh, she mentioned my team, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
But you see,
Yeah.
in if we take the social media way, if you
No.
realize, I think most of the teams have embraced the Facebook thing because
No.
I believe now almost all the teams have active and running Facebook accounts. And I think they are being utilized so well, especially during this time. You've seen some post their workouts, some are running a mental health awareness and such stuff. So I think apart from the game, we are also learning to to spread the good vibe out here.
Okay, Pasi, your mic is muted.
Okay, I think what you have said is very relevant. For
Yeah.
example, when, as Sue said, maybe you can watch a team and understand how they play. But
Yeah.
you know, first of all of you guys have mentioned Pro League. I've not heard anyone mention about a video of a Kenyan hockey team. I think, as you said earlier, I don't want to say it's a long shot because it's possible with what we have these days. For example, I can remember last, it was this year on February, we had some games streamed live. Okay, HockeyKE had some games streamed live on the Facebook page. You see, so if I want to get that, I can just go back to the day that the tournament was played and get the streamed version of the game, which is a recorded version because it has already been recorded. But if I get to understand well, I think during last season, let's say, let me give an example. I think last season I saw some guys with some equipment that it suggests that this game is being streamed live. Sure, but
Yeah.
you see now, uh, why would I come to stream a game? How sure am I there are guys watching
And
the sport,
viewers,
viewers? Because as
viewership,
Susan said, in most cases you'll find only the hockey players are like the
will view
fans,
the game, and
but
they were there.
even have watched the game. If all the guys that are watching that are interested in the sport are at City Park, for example, why would I even take my time to stream the game? So apart from saying that maybe we can watch live games, you have to think in that area. And in that area, which means that we need more fans. How can hockey be popular now? That's the main question, because even if you say, okay, I can stay at home and watch, who is willing to stream without fans? You know, for us guys that are interested in the sport, that are passionate about the sport, we can say that I'll watch a hockey match. Personally, when I'm scrolling through TV channels, and for some reason I see someone playing hockey, I just stop there. You see, so which means for us to because as much as you and me will want to watch a game later, guys that are not interested in the sport will not want that, because let me say I'm a certain media house that I'm not hockey affiliated, like HockeyKE, for example. Why would I go to stream a hockey match or record it for in that matter? Record it while I can just cross to Kasarani and record a Premier League match, which I know after some point I can just post and still get views. You see?
get more views than a hockey match.
Yeah, yeah. So you see, as much as we are saying maybe guys can embrace the archives part, how many games have been recorded so far? Apart from the one you guys say, I've heard you guys say you watched Netherlands match against what, but I've not heard you saying I've watched police against Strat or something like that. So
Okay, I think there's a guy at City Park who records the game. The police games, everybody has seen him at some point. I don't know if those games are available. They are for them. They use them to analyze other teams, I think, as Cindy had said before.
I think they are just for the specific team, like mentioned.
Yeah.
They are not available for everyone's view. But if they would actually make them available, that would attract even more viewership, more fan base, more interest. And that's a way to grow the sport. If you can see that it's possible, you can even want to be there to watch it even live. That's also growing the sport by drawing more people to the live show. You don't have to wait for the archives. you can as well be there for the live show. That's also a way of promotion.
Okay, the next topic of discussion was what we can do to make the sport more popular. And I was thinking along the lines of selling merchandise like club t-shirts, club scarves, club headgear, that sort of thing. Because at some point we find ourselves with things that remind us of something. Like for men, we have jerseys, football jerseys, for our favorite team. I don't know for the ladies what works for them.
Why did you
Where
assume only men have jerseys?
exactly?
You have jerseys.
Why will you assume? Me, I have a Manchester United jersey.
Oh,
Eh,
do you
I
have
think
a Fikaruva's jersey? Would you like one? You,
Me,
yeah. Just to support them. It's just a random question.
yeah. Why not? If it's for the
If they are on
support.
sale. Oh,
okay.
okay.
Are you by any chance marketing the jersey?
No, not really. The idea of it.
Okay, the idea of it is good.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, just to say something about that, you
Yeah.
know, I think, if, for instance, we can say hockey, I know a few clubs that are being sponsored, you see, but most of the clubs are self-sponsored. So your idea is very much relevant, because nikiva jersey and I work with it, Wanjia guys are interested. Oh, this is a hockey jersey, because normally I walk around and see guys with FC Leopards jerseys, Gor Mahia jerseys, Bandari jerseys. Actually,
Yeah.
there are many here in Mombasa Bandari jerseys. But to be sincere, I've not seen someone with a hockey jersey affiliated to a club. Maybe a hoodie. Actually, hoodies are there. Like, don't say I'm mentioning a certain club more, but like in Mvita, you can get a hoodie that is written Mvita. You see, for example. But most clubs, you won't get that. And for us, because this sport has not been marketed like Yofuta. I can just decide to to go out from my home and go to Mombasa Sports House and literally get a jersey for a football team, any jersey in attack. But I've not heard of someone as in going to buy a hockey jersey. Same reason, popularity. Why would I put on something that people don't know? Nowadays, as much as social media inafanya your trend, as in
Yeah.
the more it trends, like
The more people like it.
I can give a silly example for some mafuta ya kujipaka ya wanawake ile inapakwa na ng'ombe pia. You'll see guys, because they heard about hiyo mafuta au sijui inafanya ngozi kwa soft, everyone runs in that
Everyone
direction.
likes the.
You see,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
as we can say, hockey is not that, like, actually, by the way, like in Kenya,
Yeah.
personally, apart from the players who have gone to represent the national team, I've not seen someone with a hockey jersey walking on the street, like imeandikwa hockey team, like, but nimeona za rugby, a lot of them, football.
Yeah, people buy rugby jerseys. I don't know why.
But
You
no,
don't
it's
know
For
not
the
that
love
even.
of the sport.
Personally, I play hockey, but
You have a rugby jersey.
any game that has not been any rugby game that I've learned about it, like the series, I don't miss it. You see,
We
because
need to make. We need hockey to get to that level.
we need hockey to get to that level, but how? Ndio hiyo Facebook page to share nini, but there's last time we had the gala event, and I had someone joking that the hockey audience is so like, as in wale wako tu na shule zao, afikiria tu vile ataingia picha acheze mabongo, but he doesn't even think like, what if I can tell my family I'm City Park to play hockey. Why can you guys come and support me? Because all of us we are sure that if on Sunday for leave for those guys that are maybe free, but I'll go to hockey to City Park on Sunday because maybe game yangu ilikuwa saa 8 nishacheza
You go early.
nioge niketi niwatch hiyo ingine next. Very few of us will just wake up and say acha nivae tu jezi yangu ya hockey ni hata haiko and go to City Park just to watch the game.
Any match.
So still it comes to the reason to
The challenge
of popularity. Which team was like wakatoa jezi wakauza? Same case sponsors. You know, there are some of the clubs that were sponsored. You know, wanaweza afford stuff kama hiyo. But maybe wanaangalia tu wanaona market. Sasa mimi nachezea club like maybe vile msema Cynthia Amira. Nitaanza kununuaje jezi ya Wolverine nivae? Seriously. Unaona? Kitu kama hiyo. So t-shirts are a good way to go, but now where are the resources to make such stuff now? So to push, but maybe
noted.
Know.
The intention is there, but there's no what do you call it?
The will.
The will is there, but it's not in everybody.
Yeah, sure. Nile tunasemanga ni roho inapenda lakini sijui ni gani inataka lakini ingine
haikubali.
Yeah. I know. I think you put it really well. But I'd prefer if it was like you don't make it a team thing. You make it a hockey thing. Like it be a family thing. You know the way people, when you mention samurai, somebody thinks rugby. So we need like a brand that when you mention it fits almost instantly about hockey. So we need that brand for hockey. We don't need to, when you say samurai, somebody's already thinking, hapa ni rugby. Like mtu kaa Pascal hapa anaanza tu kufikiria ile series yenye alimiss. Hata amekosa training kwenda Mvita, anafikiria tu avae samurai ajoin watu pale MSC. And Aryan is just next to MSC. He's missing training on the other side of the field. On this neighboring side, he's busy watching rugby wearing samurai. We also need such a brand for hockey. I think that would work. But I also think if we would introduce more tournaments, tournaments also help build the sport, market it. In tournaments, you see, most tournaments are just 2 days, so it's like a weekend. It doesn't have to be the way hockey is played for almost a whole year, almost 3/4 of a year. So for a tournament, 2 days. You can decide to have a tournament, say in Bungoma. Teams will come, high schools will come, more fans will be there, people will get interested there. You can do something there. Or a different weekend, you host it in a different location, different county. You can have more people from that county getting to know the sport by, the way you hype it towards the event. As you near the event, you hype it, you get people interested. People will, you just had no real plans for the weekend, but now you got this plan. You sell them tickets, they come to the event, they watch teams play, they also get interested, they see, and some parents will say, my son is just idling at home. I think if he joins this club, it will be a useful way of spending his time other than just sitting at home playing video games. That would help, according to me.
That's true. Anybody with something to say?
Me, so I personally think, apart from branding and stuff, it costs you nothing to share something about hockey on your social media. I'll go with maybe clubs. Amira Sailors have a page, DFG have a page. What if maybe I'll say DFG have posted something about their club and stuff, then Amira Sailors shares the same information. It costs you nothing completely to share that. So it all begins with us. Let's put in the effort to make this sport popular before we start blaming someone else for not doing the right thing. If you do your part, it motivates the other person to do their part. So I'll really urge the hockey players specifically to share any hockey information. You see, the union has posted something about hockey. We go there, like, and not share. It is not growing the sport. Let's share. However you think, or what's your opinion, just share the information. It will get to the other person who will be interested and be like, kuna kuanga na hockey pale City Park, nimeona mahali this and this. So the next time they'll try pass by, or maybe just follow up on the social media, and the sport will grow.
Yeah, true. Okay, I think Cindy has had the privilege of giving us closing remarks.
Really.
So, yeah. With that said, unless anybody has something to add to the discussion.
Maybe I add on what Cindy has said.
Yeah.
Really, it costs nothing to share, actually. But I think now, like during this time, you see a lot of things that are being posted about guys, as you said earlier, guys training, guys doing this. Also, we can have been following the FIH page for some time. You see they post like rules, as in like awareness. You see awareness of the sport, but you don't expect someone that is not affiliated to hockey to be following that page seriously. But as Cynthia said, you can share. So it comes to the point that I mentioned company unit. See one person's issue.
Initiative.
We need to, all guys that are affiliated to hockey, I think we need to make our sport popular. Ile ikifika point ya tunataka hockey julikane. It's not about tunataka sijui wazaa peke yake. Unaona ile wewe unafuata tu page yako, hiyo tu unashare. Ukiona mse mwingine amepost labda ni kitu yenye interesting, inaweza jazi mtu mwenye achezi hockey, pia hizi games za high school. I was really impressed by some of the guys and also media houses. And I think this year hii term 1 sports za hockey and all that, ilikuwa poa, because personally I'll wake up kila gazeti to sijui team fulani, you see that hype, a team qualifies for this, a team qualifies for this. But I think it will not do us good kama mimi nitashare tu games zangu. What is so hard msee tu ashare tu umeona post ya another team versus another team impost to share useme this was a good game because you have been there, you watched it, then ina get msee interesting, asema ani kulikuwa na fireworks kwa hii pitch, hii City Park iko wapi? Then next time you go, next time asema by the way Sunday ukiboeka kuna games zinaendelea nga place fulani. Because actually it's so funny, one day I was telling guys in my office I'm going for training, then what game? Hockey. Then ile inakaa kama golf. Yaani hata sema ile inakaa ni mention golf, asema inakaa kama hockey, anaanza hockey. You see, as in no one knows about anything about hockey. But it can't happen if wote tu tuko bias. We are thinking about ile team tu mimi nachezea. If we unite as a family ya hockey, all hockey family, I believe kama mimi personally I have some family members wanajuanga tu, wanaonanga tu ile stick wanasema, as in I come to their nini, because hakuna reason. You'll find siku kuna game ya football, everyone mpaka yule sister yangu anataka coach football, but akisikia tu naenda sawa baadaye hawezi niambia naamini kama because hata wale mabesi zake na maybe hata kuna mabesi wanacheza hockey but haja take interest sababu ya hiyo si ndio amesema I'll only share what is relevant to my club but as a group as in like all of us hapa if anyone has like shared something akasema hockey volley kigonga mse because wase always guys think if someone is not playing hockey they always think hockey is a very dangerous sport kwambia na hiyo mti ukiongolewa meno hiyo boli inakaa ngumu you see who has even taken time to say like hey by the way hockey is a nice game that all the rules actually protect the player more than ile game in because hata wewe boli ikigusa place karibu na hizi ball zingine what really happens si ball ya mwenzako it means it protects you more boli kiruka juu inakuprotect wewe lakini guys outside there with that notion that it's a very dangerous sport
very dangerous
no one has even shared in hapa hivi okay for me sijaiambia mzee yani mazee hockey mazee most of the rules protect the player rather than
the other way around
so wako na ile notion si utakamwa paka una meno who will want to go and witness their brother or sister anatoangwa na mtu you see so it's upon us anyway.
Okay, thank you all for coming. Thank you for your contributions. I hope to see you next time if there's a next time. Stay safe, stay home. Corona.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.